Question 7th one. Without actually performing the long division, we have to check whether the following rational number have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeating expansion. First one, 23 divided by 8. By finding the prime factorization for 8, we get 23 divided by 2q. It is a terminating decimal expansion as it has powers of only 2 in the denominator. To find the decimal expansion for this rational number 23 divided by 8, we can multiply the number by 5 power 3 and divide by 5 power 3. We get 23 into 125 divided by 10 power 3, which is equal to 2875 divided by 1000. Therefore, 23 divided by 8 is equal to 2.875. Second subdivision, 125 divided by 144. While finding the prime factorization of 144, we get 144 is equal to 2 power 4 into 3 square. It is a non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion as it has powers of 3 other than 2 in the denominator. So it is non-terminating and repeating. Third subdivision, 77 divided by 210. By finding the prime factorization for 210, we get 210 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. This rational number 77 by 210 is a non-terminating and has a non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion as it has powers of 3 and 7 other than 2 and 5 in the denominator. Next subdivision, fourth one, 129 divided by 2 power 2 into 5 power 7 into 7 power 17. It has a non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion as it is given that the denominator has power of 7 power 17 other than 2 power 2 and 5 power 7. Therefore, this decimal expansion is non-terminating and repeating. Next subdivision, 987 divided by 10,500. By finding the prime factorization for 10,500, we get 2 power 2 into 3 into 5 power 3 into 7. As it has powers of 3 and 7 in the denominator other than 2 and 5, it is a non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. Next question, 8th one. What should be subtracted to the polynomial x square minus 16x plus 30 so that 15 is the zero of the resulting polynomial? To find, let us take 15 as the zero of the polynomial, so we can get x minus 15 as the factor. Let us divide x square minus 16x plus 30 by x plus 15. We get x minus 1 as the quotient and 15 as the remainder. To find what should be subtracted from the polynomial, we have to take the remainder and subtract from the given polynomial x square minus 16x plus 30 so that x minus 15 is the factor of the polynomial or 15 is the zero of the polynomial. Therefore, 15 should be subtracted from the polynomial. Ninth question. If the polynomial 6x power 4 plus 8x cube plus 17x square plus 21x plus 7 is divided by another polynomial 3x square plus 4x plus 1, we get the remainder as ax plus b. We have to find the values of a and b. For this, we have to first divide the polynomial 6x power 4 plus 8x cube plus 17x square plus 21x plus 7 by 3x square plus 4x plus 1, we get 2x square plus 5 as the quotient and x plus 2 as the remainder. Here for x plus 2, the coefficient of x is 1 and the constant term is 2, but it is given that the remainder is ax plus b. In that, the coefficient of x is a and the constant term is b. By equating the coefficient of both the polynomial of both the expression, we get a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. Next question, 10th one. Divide the polynomial u of x 9x power 4 minus 4x square plus 4 by the polynomial v of x 3x square plus x minus 1. By dividing the polynomial 9x power 4 minus 4x square plus 4 by 3x square plus x minus 1, we get 3x square minus x as the quotient and minus x plus 4 as the remainder. Here the polynomial does not contain powers of 3 and powers of 1. So we can add to the polynomial u of x 9x power 4 plus 0x cube minus 4x square plus 0x plus 4, so that we can easily divide the polynomial and get the quotient and the remainder. Therefore the quotient is 3x square minus x and the remainder is minus x plus 4. 11th question. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and their coefficient for f of x is equal to x square minus of root 3 plus 1 into x plus 3 plus root 3. Here the polynomial f of x is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus of root 3 plus 1 and c is equal to root 3. By expanding the polynomial f of x, we get x square minus root 3x minus x plus root 3. By taking the common factor for first two polynomial x, we get x into x plus x minus root 3, and for the second half we get minus 1 as the common factor, we get x minus root 3. Therefore the polynomial f of x x square minus of root 3 plus 1 into x plus root 3 can be expressed as x minus 1 into x minus root 3. Therefore the zeros are 1 and root 3. Let the zeros be alpha and beta, so that alpha is equal to 1 and beta is equal to root 3. We have to check whether that sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a and product of the zeros is equal to c by a. For that we have to find the sum of the zeros. We get 1 plus root 3 and product of the zeros we get root 3. When we express minus b by a, we get root 3 plus 1 and c by a root 3. Hence verified that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Question number 12. "105 goats, 140 donkeys and 175 cows have to be taken across the river. To find the largest possible number, we have to find the HCF of the three numbers 105, 140 and 175. By finding the prime factorization of 105, 140 and 175, We get the prime factorization of 105 as 3 into 5 into 7 and 140 as 2 square into 5 into 7 and 175 as 5 square into 7. Here the common factor for all the three 105, 140 and 175 is 5 into 7. Therefore, the HCF of 105, 140 and 175 is 5 into 7, which is 35. Therefore, the maximum number of animals went on each trip is 35. Question number 13. Find the greatest number that will divide 445, 572 and 699, leaving the remainders 4, 5 and 6 respectively. For this, we have to first subtract the numbers with their respective reminders. That is 445 minus 4, which is equal to 441, and 572 minus 5, which is 567, and 699 minus 6, which is 693. First, we have to find the HCF of first two numbers 441 and 567. For the HCF of these two numbers, we get 63. And we have to find the HCF of 63 and the third number 693. We get the remainder as 0. Therefore, the greatest number that will divide 445, 572 and 699, leaving the respective remainder 4, 5 and 6 is 63. Therefore, we can find that the greatest number is 63. The next question, 14th one. The LCM and HCF of two numbers are 180 and 6 respectively. If one of the numbers is 30, find the other. We know that the product of LCM and HCF gives the product of the two numbers. By taking the other number as B, we can get that by transposing A to the other side, we get B is equal to LCM into HCF divided by A. By substituting the given values, we can get that B is equal to 180 into 6 divided by 30, which implies B is equal to 36. Therefore, the other number is 36.